Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zelda Speedruns and welcome to the Battle for Hyrule, the second edition of the Battle for Hyrule, the 2024 Zelda 1 tournament. We are back with more qualifiers and we're back with any percent no Up+A, and it's qualifier number 11. So without further ado, let's throw it off to our two commentators, to the wonderful duo of Jess Andy and John Tabin. Take it away, it's all yours.
Yo! I guess we're J&J today, huh, John? Now, this will be a fun one. We have two featured runners today, Captain Green 7 and the Third Extent, both guys with a form of number in their name. As we begin. Does that mean we have Taven back?
Yeah, I just clicked in and out because I wasn't hearing anything.
Oh, weird. Don't worry, I talked all sorts of smack about you already.
And we're live, right?
Yes, we are live, and we are into level 3 on both of our featured runners.
As a matter of fact, both of our runners in this race, there was a third person, but he had trouble with his setup, so he dropped.
Oh, true.
Yes, this is...
this should be a really exciting one. We were talking beforehand that these two runners, their actual speedrun PB is only 6 seconds apart, so it should be a fabulous run.
I know Third Extent mostly just runs on the weekends, and he has been counting his sub-30s each for the year, and he's had a few of them, so he's definitely in shape. Captain Green, I know, de-rusted for this tournament. I remember he commented he was definitely going to do swordless, and he would do this category if he had time to de-rust, so I guess he did.
Yeah, it's fun to see some of the OG names come out.
Yeah, neither of these guys, I believe, have learned the level 3 minute. They both got a pretty strong sub-30 without it.
Psh, who needs mid-nips?
I mean, one 3x rafts for both of them. Not bad in a race.
Not at all. The only the big difference, Captain Green coming out with the 8 bombs. Third Extent has a big old goose egg.
Yeah, he'll have to... did he get the first bomb?
He got the first bomb, yeah. So he'll have to kill this room to get them.
So he'll just throw down these darkness to get extra, but it would be nicer to have more than the 2 bombs he'll have.
Yeah, because as we've seen in these qualifiers, I mean, Handela has taken down some of our runners.
Yeah, Third Extent, on his second attempt in this category, he did not complete his first attempt, so he needs some sort of time to continue here. He already has a good time in the 100% no Up+A section, though. I was buffering on Manhandla.
Yep. Oh, gosh. Bombs.
He's going to try and sword him down. It takes 4 hits with a wood sword on that leaf. I think he's got one of them. Just hitting the center doesn't count for this. Counts for the...
There we go. Nice job.
He did not get his bomb force, however, so he needs to either get a lucky bomb on the overworld or reroute to level 2 or something. So not an ideal situation, but at least he has the level 3 Triforce. Captain Green,
I guess the other option would be popping back into 3 for the bombs in the shoot room, but looks like we're not going that
Oh yeah,
far.
I guess he still has those. But one of these moblins could hook him up. There we go. We're back on track.
Wow, that's nice. The Zelda RNG gods have said, we want this race to be close, let's drop a global.
Captain Green forcing a bomb on the Zols there. Built up to a 10 count and killed the 10th enemy with a bomb. Zols don't naturally drop bombs unless you do that. And forcing bombs is what makes it possible to do level 3 and 4 underpowered like this. Captain Green not taking a count into the breakfast room. Aim for the pancakes and jellies here.
Okay, a bomb with a 5-er. That means what count?
That means he was over 10 and had a store one. So, Or unless it was a Zol, in which case it could just be a random fiber that's under 10.
Oh, true.
So Captain Green does make it to the raft with 4 bombs, which is good. Third Extent only has 2 bombs, so he kind of needs a force in the breakfast room.
Hey, there's that force. You say it, and it happens, Taven.
Yeah, I saw the way he was killing the virus, so I assumed he had the 9 count. I wasn't 100% sure. Unfortunately, neither of our runners have beams on their way into Gliok, though the virus might hook them up with a heart and solve that problem. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully a heart and maybe just a random bomb pack would be nice.
Gliok is 10 hits on the first head and 6 more hits on the second hit.
Alright, no extra hearts for Captain Green.
I'll have to do it beamless, which is a little more dangerous, but still doable. Harder to do fast, though. To an extent, not far behind him, going up to get what we call the error key, because Error 72 figured out that it gave time over a key that used to be on the route.
I love that you guys know all this like Zelda lore about who discovered what. It's so fun to hear about it.
It's a common question at this point, is why is it called the error key? Because I don't think Error has run this game in like 8 years or something. So.
Alrighty, we are back out of 4 cleanly for both of our runners. That is awesome. Say levels 1, level 2, the next 2 levels I'll say decently scripted. Definitely not the hard ones in the run.
Well, it's not free to do them fast, particularly too, but it's a little bit of a breather. They're not going to die on these splits.
Yes.
I mean, it has happened, but probably won't.
I was gonna say, the second that's said, it's like, oh crud, there's a boomerang, directly to your face and you're dead.
Although these guys doing very well on rupees, I wonder if we'll see a reroute. I know they've been
maybe an Armos
around long enough to know some of the older routes that some people like to do in races, but I don't know if they will or not. We'll see.
Because coming out of level 2, what's the ideal rupee count at that point? You need at least 60, right?
Well, if on the red candle route, you need at least 40, preferably a little bit more for arrows coming out of 2.
Oh, true, that's right.
You're getting that 100 secret, and it's 140 total. On the blue candle route, you need 30 rupees out of level 1. And Third Extent's already there, so I don't know if he wants to do 527 or if he's just gonna use the extra money for arrows down the road. We'll see. He does not have splits on his stream. They're not just cropped out. The only thing cropped out is watch race at twitch.tv/ZeldaSpeedRuns. So if he has a plan, it's not shared with us. Captain Green does have 257 splits going, which makes 26 rupees out of 1 very comfortable. He'll probably skip the Armos on the way to 2.
Nice. That saves, what, like 15-ish seconds,
7 seconds.
That only 7, okay.
Oh.
Yes, as we're walking through the overworld and in the dungeons of level 1, this is only one of our 4 categories for this vanilla tourney this spring. Of course, this is the any percent, arguably the most popular run. But of course, we have the 100%.
Objectively the most popular. Just look at the leaderboards.
Yes, that is very true. There is a lot. Yes. 100%, which I think is our other qualifier tonight. 100%, is that right?
Yeah, there was a 100% no Up+A this afternoon, and there's another one, and there's actually 2 more later tonight. One of which is the later one will be restreamed on Speed Gaming.
That's right, the midnight. Yeah.
There's another one, but that won't be restreamed.
Right. Yeah. So 100%, and then some of the lesser run ones being Swordless and 2Q.
But Third Extent's doing 100% no obey, and Captain Green is doing swordless, I know. I don't know if either of them are doing others. But I was talking about routing before, but even if Third Extent wanted to go 527, he doesn't have the bombs for it. You can get away with going into level 2 with 0 bombs. You can't in level 5, so who cancels
true.
out? Yeah. And that's the problem with that route, and why most people don't run it, is there's so much early game resource pressure, but the mid game's smoother, so sometimes people like to do it in races, especially the the runners who've been around since it was common.
You can call them old. It's okay.
Well, you know, I remember I was at GDQ and I met Darkwing Duck and Jay Coper, and it kind of freaked me out that both of them are younger than me, despite having been running Zelda longer. So I think of them as older, but they're not.
Well seasoned.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a gold split for Captain Green.
Oh yeah.
Now, granted, it's a gold split on this route, which definitely is not his PB splits, because that's a 33 on here.
I don't remember what his last PB was. I know he had one route on the. I know he had one PB at one point on the older Red Candle route, which got which would have gotten the Coast Hearts before too, because it was before the recorder was found. But he's doing the standard Red Candle recorder route now, and that is a gold split. Oh, but these are his race splits. It says no up A race.
Yeah.
So it's a
golden, it's not the 28. Let's see, or 2920 is his PB. Third Extent 2926.
Yeah, and on his race splits, Captain Green has a 30:03. Presumably that's his best no reset time, which is really good no reset time, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, most people would kill for a 30:03.
Well, I don't know about kill, but people put a lot of effort into get
figuratively.
Like
I mean, hey, you never know what's in people's brains.
So Captain Green's into level 5. The idea here is to build a count heading into the room full of dark nuts that he's coming up on. His count is probably lower than he wants, because usually you only kill one of those guys on the way in, but he corralled 2 of them, and so he probably wanted the extra count more than he wanted the guy to force on later.
Woo! Just makes a clip.
Yeah. Almost got bitten by the dark nuts on that clip, but he made it in. Third Extent not far behind him.
Yeah, this is a really good. It's not even a race, but it feels like a race right now.
Yeah, they're at comparable skill level, so it's fun to watch.
There's the bomb.
His count was low. He did get the force though.
Yeah, I was nervous when I saw that heart pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes a bop. And saved by the fairy.
Oh. His global must be at 2 or 5, given that fairy from the health group. I don't know if he tracks global.
We do have a recorder pickup tape, and you know what that means.
Oh, yes. ASN.
It's not rando, but I'm still doing it.
Jess keeps a recorder on her desk at all times for occasions like this.
100%. Oh no! Third Extent did not get a bomb force in this room.
He didn't, but he did get a bomb that did a lot of damage, so it's still going to be a decently fast room despite the lack of a force. But it will take him a little more time on the back end, because on routes where you go to 7 after 5, you do need bombs, because it takes 7 has 5 walls to bomb plus a dig dogger. That's a triple dig dogger, so you need 2 bombs for it. And so remember, you need 7 for 7. Captain Green has his 8 bombs because he farmed off that Dodongo, so he will presumably use 1 on the dig dogger.
That Dodongo was definitely a bro.
Now, third extent will take this static bomb. Probably need to farm 2 Dodongos, so we can use a bomb. Kill these guys while he's at it, although they're splitting up in an inconvenient way.
No middle route. Rude.
I forgot who I saw do the middle bunnies in a race.
In this year or last year?
This year.
Oh, wow. Somebody did mid?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, if you have beams, it's not that dangerous, but it looks really cool. If you don't have beams, it's crazy. That's like pixel stuff. But...
All right. Coming out of 5, we're going to toot that recorder and we're going to head to pick up some stuff.
Yep. Got a shop on the way to 7. We need arrows to defeat the boss in 6 and meat to solve a puzzle to get through 7.
All right, now tell me, Taven, you would know this for sure. I know there's the screen scroll method to get to the shops, or there's the recorder method. Is there any actual difference in times, or is it just a swag factor?
The recorder does save time to the meat shop. It's I want to say about a second. I know there was some the time save on paper was different than what Shixel and Green Mario timed up, because Shixel was like considering like enemies that get in your way and stuff that weren't in the route theory, and so he always said it saved a little bit more than people thought, which it is.
Okay.
It is a world record. It is a world record strat now because it does save a second or so. But most people don't go for that in races because the Zola can fireball you and ruin your day. So
that would be really mean.
But they will recorder later in the run, so if you don't know what we were talking about just then, stick around.
Yep. Yeah, the only unfortunate thing I think right now is our rupee count. Of course, we'd love to have more rupees for that river room to use some arrows, but 2 rupees? I mean, you need 2 rupees to finish the game, so you at least want to have that.
Yeah, I don't think he has a count for bomb strats. I could be wrong. He did get a lucky bomb from a moblin on the overworld, so he came in with 8, which is always nice. I was referring to avoid hits. Maybe he has a count.
And even that tiny little pause strat, just to be able to not.
Oh, he did it! He got the bomb force in the river room. Yeah, that was a really fast room. Those that bomb force it's faster than anything else because you don't have to menu to it, and it does a lot of damage quickly. It also solves bomb problems that can happen later in the run because you get a top off there. Captain
True.
Green, great shape on his way through 7.
I know third extent was pause stratting to that room. I wonder if he has account built up.
Well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Double bomb forces in the river room.
Yeah. 30% went into it with a lower count and it got a little scary, but he did it.
Alright, we got the meat swag.
Yeah, the third extent doing the classic cantaloupe feed Dig Dogger gag, which actually doesn't do anything. Dig Dogger's not attracted to the meat. There's another rat in that room where you put the meat down as a time buffer to catch a fireball and iframe through Dig Dogger, but he didn't try to do that. He was just having fun.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah. I think it's in the world record now. I'm not positive about that.
Oh man, that Dodongo almost walked into the smoke for that just juicy bomb pack.
Bubble's playing real nice with Captain Green over here. He was able to walk about a quarter of the way across the room without getting bubbled and having to go to a sub weapon. So he saved some menus there and didn't have to hug the wall in exchange. So gratuitous room there. He's about to finish off level 7. Eric's in a few rooms behind him. Takes out this Dig Dogger.
And of course, the best part for Captain Green is he has the 1 bomb necessary for level 6. We don't have to hope for a bomb drop off of a Wizrobe or visit the Gliac of Shame.
Yeah. And the same will be true of Third Extent. He has one more wall to bomb and 3 bombs. So that's, you see how valuable that River Force is if you can pull it off, and it is a lot harder than they made it look. And it's not just the room itself; it's carrying the count all the way through those boomerangs in the rooms before.
Yeah, these guys made it look super easy. It's like, oh yeah, I could do that. Heck no.
Captain Green world wrapping. I mean, to be clear, you can, but it will take hours of practice to get good at it. So, saw Captain Green world wrap. He flipped from the west side of the map to the east side to grab some extra heart containers. He needs 12 heart containers for the magical sword. And to get back to the magical sword, he's going to do the recorder. What he will do is he will clip into the water. He will trigger the whistle and the raft at the same time. The whistle will put him, because he's whistling to 7, it'll put him left of 7, ready to blow him in. The raft interrupts that and pushes him up blows him right into 7, pushes him up instead of right, and he ends up northwest of 7, which happens to be right next to the sword, conveniently enough.
See, stuff like this, it still amazes me how anyone ever found out about this. Like, who would think to clip into the water and do a double, recorder raft thing? Like, what the heck?
Well, that would be Rue Slugs, although...
yeah, what was Rue on when that happened?
he had a list of glitches he was hunting for, and that was the only one that panned out. But I think the way he originally did it, he clipped on the right and then walked onto the dock as the tornado was coming, which is like a frame perfect trick. And then Yunus pointed out that you could just do it from the left and it would be easier. So, even though it's named after Rue, Yunus does get partial credit for that trick. Of course, Rue is the one who went looking for it. And his name starts with an R, so Recorder works very well.
Change Yunus' name to, like, Runos, to make it a Runos quarter.
There are things named after Yunus. If you turn right in the 3 Guria room in 1 and drop the bomb and hit all 3 of them, some people call that the Yuno bomb. But,
nice, I get it.
Anyway, our runners cutting their way through level 6, both doing pretty well. Captain Green keeping beams all the way into the second lagoon, which can really speed things up. Let's see if he's... So you can throw some damage across the room.
Dang, that was clean.
Damage those
he also
legs
picked up a bomb pack off of a Wizrobe earlier, so this is just clean. I don't even know how else to describe it.
Third Extent not far behind him. He does not have beams, and he really needs a bomb drop at some point in this level.
Yeah, the nice thing at least about this is the Vires, right? I'll say,
yeah,
you can likely get a bomb off them if they're nice. Of course, the game could just be rude, but it's
sometimes
not.
Okay, he did get a bomb on the Vires. Sometimes they drop nothing. Darkwing Duck used to call that the room of no drops because of
nice,
necessary and not guaranteed the drops are. But in that case, it played nice.
Alrighty, we're gonna whistle our way down to level 8. Level 8, of course, has some of our favorite rooms, the Blue Lagoons, which stink. But these guys can handle it, of course.
Yeah.
No lucky overworld bombs, though, for Captain Green. Meanwhile, Third Extent's going to grab the Triforce out of 6 and leave with a full 8-pack, which will be nice for 8.
Yep. Darknuts, turn on a dime. Helps a lot if you have very little input lag. Fortunately, both of these guys are playing on console, so...
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me that if I play on console, Darknuts will be nicer to me?
Yes.
What?
In fact, if you look at the gold splits for the top players, the best player on emulator, Aurel, his golds are close to the top players everywhere except for level 8, because if you
Wow, really?
the darknet simply turn faster than you can anticipate on most emulator setups.
That's really interesting.
And if you do move to a lower lag setup, level 8 is by far the most noticeable place. You know, like Wizrobe strats are kind of like knowing where to stand, aren't that different.
All right, both these guys having a great 8 so far. I mean, getting to Gliak with only 100 damage is fantastic. All right, Captain Green is going to need at least a bomb pack to make it through the rest of this run. Wait, is it 8 getting into 9 because you need 1 for the entrance? Is that right, John? Or is it 7?
I actually don't. I think you almost always need I think you always need a force at some point in 9, even if you come in with full bombs, because there's entering, there's wall after the reverse, there's the wall into the next room, there's the wall into reverse C, the wall into the Wizrobe trap, and the wall out of the diamond. So that's 6 walls to bomb, plus you want some bombs for combat. So yeah, if you come in with a full 8-pack, you have the 6 bombs you need, but it's so much faster to combat with bombs. So that's why you see Captain Green forcing a bomb here in this double river while he's getting that key.
Yep, and CG7 entered this at 26:02, and third extent is almost up there, so we get to see how far apart these two guys are. Within a minute on not a race, but a race is really fun to see. All right, so we are about 45 seconds apart.
Earn Extent gets his bomb force as he's opening the wall. He's got 8 bombs now, which is nice. We see Captain Green going into the next room, taking some damage, throwing down some bombs to cover from getting a little off strat. 5 hearts more than he wants to lose, but I'm fairly confident he can handle it from here.
I get an extra 1 on the ground. We have something on the second row. It's always nice. Great Patra skip by third extent.
Yeah, that was the older strat for that. You can either stab in and stab out, or you can walk in before the Patra satellites appear and do it the way he did it. I prefer the stab in and stab out because it gives you some backups if Patra does a really mean pattern, but if Patra does a nice pattern, that's the old way works just fine. Random effect did a lot of
work. I think Captain Green got caught just in the edge there by the beam and down to 1 heart.
Yeah, those red Wizards do 4 hearts of damage, and unfortunately he took a beating there, so see how he does. Normally you damage boost through some stuff here that he will not be able to, so that's going to cost some time even if he doesn't die. It's the reverse clip first try.
I mean,
he's not going to be able to
you only need a half a heart to win the game, right?
He's not going to be able to do the Patra 2B skip, so he's stabbing at it until it gets out of his way, which it doesn't take too long to do.
Oh! And gets pancaked.
Yeah, you don't like to see that, haha.
Oh, rim shot. But
Looks like he's gonna try and finish it out to get a time on the board. He already has a 31-33 in this category, but so he's not in danger of not qualifying. But he could. It's always good to practice the death in 9 strats, because in a one-on-one race, it really helps to know how to get through this, because there are often races where both runners die in 9, and it becomes a contest to see who's better at handling that situation.
Yeah, because someone's got to be the winner. Oh, gets bopped by a Patra satellite.
Well, at least he knows his count. I would be hitting the old man here. I wonder if he heard me on comms, because he started to go through the bomb hole and then went back to do this.
That is true. Oh, and gets bopped by a fireball, losing the count. Yeah, that is one of the fun parts about Vanilla, is you're welcome to watch the restream if you want to. It's not like you're going to gain any information.
Okay, Captain Green does get a fairy. The way he did that was by stabbing the old man. Every stab counts as a kill, so it counts as 16 on the... He also got the lucky global fairy on 4, which is really nice. He should be able to bring it home now. He already has the silvers.
All right, we have our first Ganon sighting. Oh, gets a right Ganon. And another right one.
This one go to the left.
Right, not the full Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
All right, get your GGs out. Final time for the third ascent is 31:17.
Captain Green passed where he died now. He has one more. No bombs for combat, because he has one more wall. Ooh. In chat about politics of the 1950s, did likes like Ike? Who can say?
Oh.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, but I'm guessing Patrick got him, because he did end up DNFing. So still get your GGs out in chat for Captain Green.
Yeah, he must have cut stream as soon as he died.
He must have, yeah. Which
is understandable, because it disappeared immediately at the Patra fight.
Yep, definitely put a comment in the race room. This game is... I'm just going to summarize and say bonkers.
He did already have a 31 on the board, though, so it's not like that was complete disaster. It was sort of house money at that point, but still not what you want to see. Captain Green.
There we go. Welcome in, Captain Green.
Hey, thank you.
We're guessing, did Patrick get you there at the end?
Yeah, I was fast patching for no reason other than I didn't care about the run anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw that's not that was like some RC drone stuff where he went for fast patcher on 4.5 hearts, but you already had a 31-33. Are you gonna go for try a third time to qualify in this, or?
I don't know. That orange beam in reverse C was one of the most BS things that's ever happened to me running this game. So maybe I'll probably get over it at some point, but right now I'm just annoyed.
Yeah, it was hard to see, because it's like all of a sudden you were just in there in the corner and bam, down to a heart.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, the qualifier you do have is top 6. There are some runners at your level or above who haven't qualified yet, but I'm sure they will. But you also have the second best qualifier right now in Swordless, so you have that to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm definitely running those out too, and I've secretly been working on Second Quest, and I'm joining that for sure. I finally put up the time.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. So, yeah, most of the Swordless and Second Quest qualifiers are next week, so stick around and keep your eyes peeled for that. I don't know if we're getting Third Extent in here. I know he's not always great at finding Discord buttons, but
I think he's trying. I sent the link, but we will see. Now it was really fun, CG, to see because you guys have a 6-second PB difference overall. So I did have a question. Your PBs, we could see your splits, and I think your splits had a 30:03. Is there a big difference between a route you run for racing versus going for a PB?
None whatsoever. I just feel a little bit better running against race splits, so I'm not always in the red by like a minute.
Oh, okay,
Well,
gotcha.
yeah, particularly in this category, I like to have separate splits for races, just because you have to slow down in certain places, because you can't like prioritize money over bombs in level 4 and just hope to get lucky in a race. You have to go out of your way to get bombs. So you can't just do it like it's a PB grind. So it's nice to have a different set of splits, even if you're not rerouting. But if you are, it's special.
Yeah, I'm pretty consistently like plus 30 out of 4, just because I want to make sure I have bombs out of 3 and bombs out of 4.
So later tonight we have some 100% no Up+A qualifiers. One of them's at 10 p.m. Eastern. That will not have a restream. However, at midnight Eastern, we have a 100% no Up+A qualifier that will be restreamed over on one of the Speed Gaming channels. I think Speed Gaming 1 probably. Not much else going on at midnight usually. So tune in over there for that. And for the weekend and week coming, we don't have any of our restreams scheduled, but we do have a lot of qualifier races, and we might try to get some of them restreamed. The Swordless and Second Quest have fewer runners, so it's less easy to tell when there's going to be people to restream. But we might ask around and find out when people are planning on joining in.
Yeah, let us know.
That's going to do it. Oh.
Let us know. We'll try to get something on. We have a special tomorrow on ZSR, but we should have some space anyway. So,
well, that's wonderful to hear, and thanks, Trez, for helping us put the restream together. It was kind of last minute, so we didn't have a lot of help right away, but we managed to get it done. And
put a plug in really quick. If anyone out there in Zelda Speedruns land is looking to help out with some stuff, we could always use more commentators. So you can have fun in the booth with me, with John, with a bunch of other folks. Throw your name in, come over to the Digimon Discard. We would love your help.
I think for now we will sign it off. And
definitely, I definitely appreciate the restream, appreciate comms and both speedruns for the restream. And I will watch it back up to 9, just because I was happy with it up until then. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it was a good run up until 9. So, but yeah, so we'll hand it back to our restreamer, and we will see you later. Thanks.
Thank you all so much. Big shout out to Jazz and to John, to J&J, as I heard earlier, for the commentary. Also GG to Third Extent and to Captain Green for a great qualifier race. As John said, we're going to be back with more action on Speed Gaming later, and definitely with some qualifiers tomorrow and on Sunday. And that's it for now. That's it for ZSR for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, and bye-bye.